We gonna get this to work. We gonna get this to. They don't. There he is.
All right, all right.
Now we just got to get Brian to get in here. Guess what? That doesn't mean that they'll always be down. All right, where's Brian at? We already got one in here. Yeah, well, I'm glad this worked for you, man. I can see you. You can see me.
Yep.
There go Brian.
Now you have the ability to edit it, right? If let's say that I blow this first one up, you can edit it, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I got it.
How have you been, man?
You're right.
All right.
Everything's going good, man. Trying to maintain. It's always good to see you, man. Talk to you as usual. You know. Oh my goodness. We got it going, ladies and gentlemen. The Poetically Correct contest is underway. Yes. Thank you, gentlemen. So, I'm going to just go ahead and start this off. I am AaronRThePoet. This is I think like the fourth Poetically Correct contest, the summer edition. And I'm joined today by the legendary host. I got Dr. Anthony Ingram, who hosts the Quintessential Listening Podcast. I think I said that right. I know it's Grammy Award nominated and all of these other awards we're getting. And my man Brian Donnell is James, right? Well,
yeah,
I was going to call you, I think, Donnell Jones. That's why, you know. I know you smooth like that with the poetry, too. But this is another award-winning poet. Won the World Food Day competition. I know Brian got a lot of people supporting him. He's in a lot of anthologies. He's doing a lot of writing. Got editors knocking his door down. Got people knocking his door down to judge for him and everything. So it's my honor, gentlemen, to have y'all with me tonight. So how y'all doing?
Doing great.
Doing all right.
All right. So, you know, as y'all know, tomorrow is the 21st, Saturday. We got 9 poets, I think, up. Sunday, the 22nd, we got 11 poets up. So we got 20 total. So I'm expecting this to be one of the hottest contests we've ever had that I'm really looking forward to. I know y'all are too. But I wanted to give people a chance to kind of get to know us a little bit more. They're going to get to know all these poets, but I wanted them to know kind of the brains behind the machine. So I guess, Brian, I'll start with you. You know, kind of tell people a little bit about you, you know, what you want to do in the poetry world. And I'm going to ask you to bless us with one of your poetry pieces.
Okay. Well, my name is Brian Donnell James. I had started writing when I was very young, and then I wasn't able to sustain myself financially from writing, so I went into luxury hotel management for about 25 years. But when COVID came around, I got laid off, and you know, I was never truly happy doing that anyway. And I just went back to the writing. And then within the first year, I was like in 45 anthologies. I won the United Nations Award for Poetry.
Yes,
I
sir.
won, National Poetry Award. And I just started to get published a lot. and approached by by certain publishers and things of that nature. So it's been an incredible 2 years. I just got to thank God for that.
Amen to that, brother. So yeah, what you want to share with us tonight? What you want to bless the audience with?
I want to share one of my newest pieces. I'm a classic poet. I do spoken word, but normally I'm classic. I read from a podium.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna share a piece called Ayancha.
Okay.
It's about a little girl, friend of ours in a writing group. She's in India. So I'm gonna share the piece now.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
All right. Ayancha. What past life glory, what marvelous feat was attained to earn such a child? She travels like a witch through honeycombs of parallel worlds to find us, to touch our hearts. She wears her tiara within in humbleness. It is the beauty of her inner world we see. A lighted soul waiting in dark waters is she, a lighted temple on the shoreline of prayers. From brilliant cities lit on crystal lakes and rivers, she is the nightly observer, the twilight watcher. She understands and is accustomed to loss much more than a child should know in any measure. She is the courageous one in a fearful time, for the festivals and holy days have quieted. Sickness has increased the earthly vessels forsaken for eternity, creating grim lily pads in the river Ganges, alongside swaying candles in water that glow and flicker at dusk, alongside frankincense and jasmine-scented flora afloat in leaf cups. Now is the time for filling the ranks of the ancestors. This is where angels are made, to now know the secrets of men. What past life glory, what marvelous feat was attained to earn such a child? She travels like a wish through honeycombs of parallel worlds to find us, to touch our hearts. We are the wayward pilgrims lost in dreams. We are the refugees seeking worship, the lonely poets observing time, strung together in spirit like pearls, strung together in spirit like tears, for it is the children who are unjustly charged to make the world a better place when they have not yet lived. In peace.
Okay, Brian. Okay. Yeah. Anything else you want to say about that? Like anything else that inspired in particular?
Not really. I just, for me, I like to write things that I love to read. If I'm not feeling it as a reader, I destroy it.
Yeah.
When I write something, you got to have that energy to it, And I think she loved it, so I think I represented her well.
Yeah. That was awesome, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're gonna go to Michael. I guess tell the people a little bit about you, and then I'm gonna ask you to do the same thing to grace us with one of your poems.
All right, my name is Michael Anthony Ingram. I am a retired professor of counseling. I worked for 15 years at Oregon State University in Corvallis, Oregon. I also traveled the country for many years as a spoken word artist, performance poet. I currently host Quintessential Listening Poetry Online Radio, which is a weekly broadcast on Wednesday nights where I interview poets from around the world. And poetry has been a passion of mine for the last 25 years. I've had opportunities to travel all over the world, sharing my work, spoken word words, and I'm here tonight with my friend Aaron and my friend Brian.
Yes, sir. And it's an honor to be here with you, too. We both been on your show. We're going to definitely drop the link to encourage people to contact you if they're interested. As we joked anyway, we know you booked, what you say, Brian, till 3024.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah,
number 4 in the world. Number 4 podcast in the world.
Yes, number 4 podcast in the world too. That's that guy right here. So,
That's
all right,
right.
Michael. what you want to share with us. And I guess like I asked Brian, I should have asked Brian a little bit before it, but anything that this piece you sharing with us means to you, or what made you decide to write it?
I wrote this piece probably 25 years ago, to be quite honest. And it's titled, Today I Think I'll Echo. It was adopted by a number of school districts in Oregon as the poem of the month.
Okay.
And they taught this poem in math classes, science classes, from elementary schools all the way up to high schools. So it's titled, Today I Think I'll Echo.
All right.
Today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun. Because like the sun, I plan to rise up and greet the morn with a dazzling brilliance that cannot be denied. A majesty so great that the world cannot hide. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun. And then I think I'll echo the song of the birds, because like the birds, I plan to sing a song so loud that the sound of my voice is carried across nations, and the power of my words will lift like the thunder that began life's creation. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, and then I think I'll echo the color of the grass. Because like the grass, my color is rich. So rich that the weeds cannot even touch me. Indignations cannot destroy me. Because like the grass, you might step on me, cut me, cause me to fall. Just give me a minute and I'll come back and stand just as tall. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, the color of the grass. And then I think I'll echo the coolness of the breeze. Because like the breeze, I too am cool like that. I'm all around like that. You might not see me, but my presence is still strong like that, still proud like that. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, the color of the grass, the coolness of the breeze. And then when nightfall shrouds the earth in a peaceful darkness, I think I'll echo the glimmer of the moon. It's like the moon, it can be as bright or as dark as a starless night, but my luminous spirit will shine just as bright. So today I think I'll echo the beauty of the sun, the song of the birds, the color of the grass, the glimmer of the moon, and the glimmer of the moon again. Because like all of them, echoing the beauty of life always makes me hungry. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I like that, man. I like that. Oh, man, that was awesome. So
tasty.
Well, one of the things that I think is that we've got to be hungry, continue to be hungry for possibilities. Yeah. And one possibility is through the use of poetry as a vehicle for self-expression. So that's why I'm here. And I look forward to listening to the poets tomorrow and on Sunday. And I wish you all the best of luck.
That's awesome, man. So, yeah, these are the judges, you know, and I guess it's my turn. As y'all know, I'm AaronRThePoet. I've been writing pretty much the majority of my life. I won the World Food Day poetry competition about hunger with my poem Hunger Pains. I'm an author. Poetically Correct Volume 1 is out right now. And one of the things I have been doing more recently is producing, editing my own poetry videos. So one of the the poem I'm going to do tonight is called Transitions, which I have a video out probably in the fall of this year. And the background of this poem is I live on an 11th floor. So I live, the balcony view is over 395. And I just always found it fascinating that no matter what time of the day, no matter what time of the night, no matter what the weather is, there's always somebody on the road going somewhere. And so even when I've been healthy, sick, can't sleep, I just always found that really fascinating. And so that's what kind of brought my mind to coming up with this type of poem. Transitions stop, ambitions. Who's really there and who really cares when my loved ones are missing? When you cry yourself to sleep, soaking up your sheets, and only your pillows will listen. No hesitation, unknown about their destination. Dark nights and the car lights keep illuminating. Dark traffic, music blasting. Well, it's my darkest day and loneliest night, but somebody else's day and night is going just fantastic. When I'm sad, doesn't anybody care? A bright day when everything's going right and everybody's there. You know, they say life is hard, but it's fair. But what's fair about that person who never walked, and always relied on a wheelchair. Speak life and death in the tongue, but the mind wonders why it's there. You know, life's a chair with wheels, going through all the bumps, bruises, and the thrills. Signs of the times. How come people who have good lives have committed crimes? And there's some people with good hearts who don't have a good life. Now that's that part that my mind can't fathom or comprehend about life. Looking beyond the cars into the stars. What causes them to align and shine? See, these are the random thoughts that come to my mind that have a tight grip that fit, that cause a shift just like Invisalign. And those who take their blessings for granted, I will never understand it. Success isn't based on what your peers say. It's based on God's plan. Now, can you stand the rain, the anger, the people that's out despite all of my pain? They say no 2 days are, but they all feel the same. Life comes fast, especially in the fast lane. Thoughts aren't the same. Mine are actually germane. No reservations, no reparations. Rainy days and these car lights keep illuminating while I'm ruminating on how sanitation's affected our populations. Vaccinations, life lacerations, always ramifications. Damn nations, plantations, damn nations, stagnations, damn nations, plans hated, resignations, problems that man's hands created alters populations. You don't care, and how could you when you were never there? This view I have here makes things pretty clear. While I'm sad, shedding tears, you're glad, hitting the gas to disappear. God bless me with a spirit of love and not a spirit of fear. And dear world, your transitions are so cold, but my coat is near. Although stains remain, it's interesting how easy it is to make them than it is to make them change. Maintain, sustain, doing things over and over again for the same results, for consistency, not because you're insane. Transitions, things change. By now, you know the name. It's AaronRThePoet. Now you know it. Don't you let it out of your brain. The world doesn't stop, so don't you ever stop doing your thing. Even if there isn't one, don't be scared to make your own lane. Transitions, stop, ambitions, always looking up, just like devout Christians. Never stop your mission. That's part of transitions. Always keep it running just like good transmissions. Transition. Appreciate it, fellas. Appreciate it.
That was nice.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So it's a pleasure to have y'all here, the audience. These are legendary judges. Again, Saturday, August 21st, Sunday, August 22nd. We got 9 poets coming up tomorrow, Saturday, 11 coming up Sunday. The winner's going to get $250, second place $150, third place $50. So make sure you stay tuned in. Appreciate you. Michael, Brian, the legends right here. So I'm just honored to have y'all as part of the judges, and we're going to see you all soon.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, gentlemen.
Bring your best, poets.
Yes, sir. Yep. It's AaronRThePoet. Now you know it. We starting off the Poetically Correct contest summer edition today. It is Saturday, August the 21st, and I'm telling y'all, we got a packed schedule full of poets that's ready to let y'all know what's going on out here. So, first place prize is winning $250. Second place is winning $150. Third place is winning $50. Shout out to everybody that's continued to support. We're going to upload all of these on youtube.com/AaronRThePoet. If you've never seen any of these competitions before, this would be a good chance for you to tap in, to get involved, to see all of these different poets come to the virtual stage and do their thing. So We got Alasia coming up first today, so I'm gonna try to get her on in here. We get this party started. Hey.
I tried to get my hair out together, but I didn't even get a chance.
It's all good. If you need time to do that, that's fine.
So, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, it looks good to me. I don't have any complaints.
Yeah.
So, Alasia, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good.
Good, good. So, I guess tell everybody a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what poem you want to do today, why you decided to write it.
Okay. I decided to write this. One second. I just gotta do something.
Yeah, take your time.
I just wanted to close my door.
Make sure we get the mood right. Yeah, no, it's all good.
So I decided to do poetry when I was like a little younger, like 12, but I wasn't focusing on like us and the movement and everything. But I just wrote this, so I'm just a little skeptical about performing it because I know that I might mess up, but hopefully I don't. But yeah, I first started my passion like really going out there and performing last year in Virginia, and I was performing for everyone and doing poems and participating in the process. And
Okay.
then I moved back to New Jersey, and then a lot of things went on, personal things, so I stopped for a year. But I did make a remix to Changes by Tupac, and I did do also another song of my own. And then, from there, that's on YouTube, 2 songs only. And then from there, I just been doing poetry, but kind of like in the form of rap.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So what's the name of the one you're going to do today?
I don't even know. I just made this on the top of my head.
Okay.
So, yeah, I didn't make a name for it, but
that's cool. We'll take that.
Yeah, hopefully I just do it good.
Yeah, well, do your thing. Whenever you're ready to go, we here to support you too. I'm here with you. So if you mess up, no worries. If you need to restart, we can do whatever you need to do. So whenever
Okay.
you're ready, Alasia, take it from here.
Okay. Oh wait, is it good to curse? Like I can curse?
Yeah. We all grown here.
Okay. All right. Okay. Fuck the law and God I trust. I've been working so hard, still not making enough. To get paid, you gotta be a slave. Somebody raise the wage because we forced to break the law just to eat today. Risking prison just to make a living. They want us to stay criminals from chains to caskets. Outcasted individuals is what we are. Working 10 times, it's hard to make it nowhere as far. Sensitive to it all, but I keep my composure since I can't flip out on these cops like I'm supposed to. We can't accept what they put us through yet. I did a little march and I tried to forget, but it never changes. Too many people dead. I can't stand to see the targets on my people's heads. Killing us thinking that we ain't gonna do shit. Pushing us too far, hoping we might lose it. For 400 years, y'all been waiting for a reaction, but never get what y'all been asking. Going against the same God that y'all forced on us. Can you believe that the world finally supporting us? But we still living in poverty, still face the animosity. And honestly, I can see through the government's hypocrisy. Using our faces for political gain, but racism towards us still remains the same. And children still suffer on this land of the free, being raped, abused, and misused by this country. And society still stuck in this dream, believing politicians can commit the same crimes we've seen. The excuse for killing us is our homicides, as if every single race ain't committing crime. And as for the hood niggas who protecting the block, how the nigga you got beef with ain't the one you shot? Ask yourself, do you want to see change or do you like hearing name after name? More than half our Congress who make our laws ain't even close to black. Fuck them all and fuck reparations. If another soul gotta die for this nation, if I don't speak up for those who died on plantations, I'll be ashamed of the time that I wasted. They might kill me for what I speak about, but I ain't scared as long as you know the time is here. Presidential elections are broadcasted for the world to see, but we never know who's sitting in them Congress seats. Trust me, I will be seeking the truth, cause what can we do besides hold up signs and loot? I can't deny my roots, time to unwind the noose. My eyes don't need much time to prove that the skin on my back screams attack me. And yeah, And no, I ain't taking no coronavirus vaccine. They profit off of the sick just to get rich. And how did I miss that some of these medications are counterfeit? The side effects are far worse than the disease itself. No, doc, I don't need your help. The worst plague is the doctors who dig in graves of the patients they chose not to save. A simple cure can heal, but hey, they profit off hospital bills. Let's be real, they breeding addicts off of doping pills. That's a part that I just added, but also it's going on to this is the last part because I'm not finished with this. It's still like perfecting.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
and then I was saying they always want to see us below. I sprouted from a black seed and I will grow. Wasn't always watered and nurtured, and that still shows. And that pain killed slow. Time to heal though and make a difference. I'm not asking but telling them to listen. And then yeah, I'm gonna just stop right there because I don't know what else.
Whoa. Yeah, you might need to stop right there. That was fire, yo. I like that a lot. I feel like there is a little bit of that Tupac in you right there. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Goodness
yeah,
gracious.
I just like
Yes.
him, and that's I guess it's kind of how thank you. You know how some people sound like whoever they rap like the rappers today, like whoever they listen to, they kind of sound like. I don't
Hmm.
purposely try to sound like him, but since I listen to his music so much and he's an influence on me, I guess it just like like rub off on me. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm a
I try.
big Pac fan myself, so I definitely appreciate that and can hear some of that in your flow too and delivery. So
Yeah,
that was
and
awesome.
yeah, thanks. And I wish I could have been ready. Like I was trying to get ready, like put eyelashes on or something. But I was like, let me just do it and get up here. And I know I kind of messed up, but I'll be
No, I
here.
think you did great. I think you
Okay,
did great.
thank
And
you.
sometimes the best performances are just the most authentic, pure ones. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think you did good. So tell everybody, how can they find you? Do you have any website? Tell us your social media, anything you're doing in the future that people can be looking forward to.
Well, I'm not sure about what I'm doing. Like, I will participate in like the poetries on live and stuff, but my Instagram is this lajsilhou. That's just laj.silhou. That's like a nickname that I had, and then my Silo is like my middle name, but my middle name is Silhouette, but I just shortened it. So I
Just
just want
yeah.
yeah, I just shortened my name and my middle name to make something. And also my Instagram, I mean my YouTube is the same thing. I only got 2 songs up there. Yeah, like
Okay.
I know I'm just like a beginner right now and I just wanted to perform that poem even though like I just made that poem and I didn't even finalize it, like remember it off the top. But I tried my best and I know I kinda messed up and didn't keep going, but everybody makes mistakes, and I just didn't want to read off of the
Yeah,
poem.
yeah. No,
I
and I
just
think
tried
you
to
did.
remember it.
Yeah, I think you did great too. There's a lot of things you said in there that's so real and true that a lot of people don't really want to hear, but it is what it is, and I really like that.
Yeah,
So, I'm going to continue to promote you and promote this contest. And as you know, you're the first person, so I appreciate you starting everything off. We just getting started for a full slate of poets this weekend and the rest of the day. So
yeah.
I'll definitely be in touch with you. I want to continue to support you and all your upcoming stuff. So I'm gonna check out your stuff on YouTube too. And we'll be in touch. But thank you so much for that
Okay.
poem. That was awesome.
Thank you. I'm gonna just stay for the live for like other people.
Cool, cool.
Okay. Thank you so much for
All
having
right,
me.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
So that's the first one, everybody. We got more coming up soon. Thank you all for tuning in. It's Aaron R. the Poet. Now you know it. YouTube.com/Aaron R. the Poet. AaronRPoems.com. This is a good start. I'm telling y'all, this is going to be the best contest we've had ever. This is the fourth one, the Poetically Correct Contest Summer Edition. I'll be back for the next one. Peace. Man, trying to get my hairdo right for everybody out there tonight, today, whatever I say. Poetically correct. It just goes that way. Let me stop. It's Aaron R. the Poet. The Poetically Correct contest continues. This is the summer edition. We are continuing to go along with the poets that we've been having. It's been a fire competition so far, and it's going to keep on going that way. So we got our next contestant coming up that I'm going to bring in here. And I just want to appreciate all of y'all for y'all support. We're going to be doing this all day today, all day Sunday. Check out my YouTube. Check out my page for more information. But now we got Latoya in the building. Latoya, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Aaron?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you so much for joining this competition and spending time with us today. So I guess first I just wanted you to tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from. Let's start there.
Okay. Well, I'm from Danville, Virginia. And
Awesome. And how have you gotten into poetry, or what's your poetry kind of story? What's poetry kind of mean to you, or how long you been writing?
well, it all started in the 9th grade.
Okay.
My English teacher, she asked us to create a poetry booklet.
Mm-hmm.
So the assignment was for us to create a booklet with 30 poems, one poem to represent each category of poetry. So acoustic, haiku, and all the other forms of poetry.
Like poetry styles. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yeah. So I'm an 80s baby.
Okay.
So I used construction paper, that colorful construction paper that you could get from Dollar Tree.
I know about that. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I used. Now, I did type the poems. I typed them, and I used glue to put it on the colorful construction paper. So originally, I got into poetry because it started off as a school requirement.
Ah, yeah.
But then it grew on me, and I never left it. And I'm 35 today.
Awesome.
And I've stuck with it. And so poetry originally started out, it's been a requirement, and then it turned into an outlet for me to release my emotions, my feelings, good, bad, and indifferent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I got into poetry.
That's great. And yeah, and
Thank
as
you.
a fellow writer, I can understand that about releasing your emotions and things like that. So
Yes.
what poem do you want to share with us today? And I guess any background information on it. And then after you say that, you can just go right into your poem.
Okay, great. Well, the background information on the piece that I'm going to share with you all today is an acoustic poem from letters A to Z of a comparison of how society places labels on people.
All right.
So it's entitled, and I didn't have an opportunity to memorize this piece for today.
That's
so
okay.
I will be reading it from my computer screen.
No problem.
All right. And it's entitled The Attention of Strength by Latoya Whipple. The moon is stronger than the sun because the moon radiates in the midst of darkness, whereas the sun projects in lightness. The moon is stronger than the sun, but the moon receives less attention. Nevertheless, the moon remains to shine against all odds. due to the fact that individuals measure perception on attractiveness and not on assets, belonging and not on beatitudes, commentary and not on character, decisiveness and not development, eagerness and not effectiveness, followers and not on fruit, gain and not on gross, hype and not on heat, idiocracy and not intellect, jokes and not jubilee, kangaroos and not coyotes, labels and not on logistics, monkeys and not mountain lions, noise and not notability, openness and not opportunity,
Come on,
popularity and not on principle, quals and not quality, ready and not right, social and not substance, time and not totality, union and not unity, vulnerabilities and not value, voice and not volume, winning and not waiting, X and not Y, yes and not yielding, 0 and not zeal, The Attention of Strength by Latoya Whipple.
That was awesome.
Thank
that was wonderful. I was sitting up there, just going through the alphabet in my mind, just trying to figure out which words you were going to piece together. And that was great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I know that's not easy to do too, especially with some of those letters, especially the Z's and all of that stuff, the E's and things. So that was wonderful.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So yeah, Latoya, tell us, or tell the audience too, everybody watching, how can they find you, any future projects you got going on, anything else you want to share with the people?
Well, I am aspiring to be the modern day Maya Angelou. And I can be reached through all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, and IG as ldiamondwhipple, and that's WHIP like Paul, P like Paul, LE.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your poem and for your presence today. Definitely an honor to have you here, and I'm definitely going to keep supporting you and following you, and we will be in touch.
Likewise, I thank you for creating this platform.
Oh, no problem. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah, everybody, that's our second poet. We have a few more coming up today on Saturday, the 21st. Appreciate all the support, and we'll be back live with the next one. I'm back. I'm back. Poetically Correct contest continues. Where my theme music at? Yeah, we got a little something in the background there. So, Poetically Correct contest summer edition continues. The next poet we have is a former winner, Allison, the artist. I'm super excited to have her back on here. So as soon as she joins, we're going to get that started. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope y'all all staying safe with this pandemic going on, this endemic, whatever it is. But I definitely appreciate all the support. Everybody's poetry is going to be uploaded to youtube.com/AaronRThePoet. You can also find it at AaronRPoems.com. This is our third person today that we're going to be able to bring up here. So hopefully y'all can keep supporting. And let me see if I can get Allison in here. That doesn't mean to always be down. Yes, sir. Harry and Paul. What's up, Harry and Paul? In the building. We're about to get this popping. It's poetry time. There we go. Allison, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Good to see you again. I'm excited to have you back in the contest. For those of you who don't know, Allison was one of our winners in the previous contest. So I'm super excited to have her back. So for those people who haven't been tuned in, I guess tell them a little bit about you, where you're from, and how you kind of got into poetry.
My name is Allison Autry. I am from Pensacola, Florida. I actually recently moved to Orlando, Florida for filmmaking. Yes, and when I was younger, I just always had a thing for like poetic language. So, whether that was, like rap or just certain ways that things were scripted on TV or, actual poetry. And so I basically intellectually peaked when I was 9, and that's when I wrote my first poem. And so yeah, I've just been writing poetry and writing songs and different things ever since.
Awesome. That's great. So what do you want to share with us today? And I guess any background information on what made you write it or things of that nature?
The poem I'm going to be reading today is, it's called Black Girl Magic. I actually wrote it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, it took me, I was thinking, like, I was writing different stuff, and I wasn't really feeling it. Like, I was just kind of going through the motions. And so yesterday I was just thinking, like, I started just like thinking, okay, about like myself and like how I felt about certain things. And then it just spiraled into, I guess, this kind of just like basically expressing, I feel like the plight of like being a Black woman in America.
Sure.
But also just like, just expressing that, like the anger that you have, but you still choose to spread love and be loved, and still choose to like help and, advance your community. You don't necessarily, give into all of that anger that you have.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, great. So whenever you're ready, the stage, so to speak, is yours.
Okay. Black girl magic. Don't be alarmed by society's standards of beauty that you do not meet. If they knew your heart and your capabilities, they would grovel at your feet. Black girl magic. Spread love or wreak havoc. I can cast spells with my hips. They say they hate me, but they want my skin and my lips. Melanin popping, I am woman, I am not an object. But baby, when I walk, my curves make Uncle Sam sweat. Should I use my powers for evil or good? I could take all his money and split it with my hood. Hit him up, hit him in his pockets where it hurts. Tie him up and take the hypocrite to church. If I splash him with holy water, do you think it will burn? If I force him to actually read the Bible, do you think he will learn? Love thy neighbor, I think I would be doing him a favor. Strip him of his pride, rob him of his greed, expose him for his lies. Tell my ancestors to rise and whip him until he can't breathe. Is it just me, or does revenge sound sweet? Black girl magic, oh, how I would. I just want to give the world a hug and spread love through the seasonings on their taste buds. I just want to hold my son while he cries. Why is it that I keep having to hold my son while he dies? Black girl magic, oh, how I would love to wreak havoc. I can only take so much. Slavery ended. So what, America? Do you want a cookie? My idol is Malcolm X. So what now, America? Do you want to book me? Turn on the news and it still seems like we're in 1960. No justice, no peace. That must be why I don't get any sleep. If one more cop kills my brother cold-blooded in the streets, I'ma burn your house down and hang a racist leader from a tree. Black girl magic. Oh, how I would love to wreak havoc. I just visited my father in a cage. The white man keeps telling me that I have no reason to be enraged. I am tired of repeating the same cycles of history. My blood pressure is getting too high. But of course, they would love nothing more than for me to have a heart attack and die. I love being Black, but the stress is killing me. I try to teach the youth, but they fall into the trap. The system doesn't want them to know their real history. You are a king, not a slave. I am a queen, not their maid. Nothing is as it seems. America is an illusion, not a dream. Even though my heart aches, I still choose to spread love and not hate. Word to my ancestors, judgment will come from Mother Earth's molesters. Black girl magic, spread love or wreak havoc. America, you better be lucky I'm God's child or it will get real hectic. Thank you.
Snaps, all of that. That was great. Yeah, and as I think I told you like the first time, I think your poetry is so deep, and you touch on a lot of topics that a lot of people don't want to talk about. And I think that's amazing, especially for you to be at your age, to be able to have that type of intellect and deep way of thinking and performance. So I think that was awesome. So thank you for that. So I guess what's next for you? How can people find you? Tell everybody, I guess, how to follow you and what other projects you got going on.
So right now, as I stated before, I recently moved to Orlando. I am currently going to First Institute for Filmmaking, and so I am, that is going to come maybe not soon, but definitely be looking forward to that. I am going to start being more active on my Instagram. So if people want to see what I'm doing next, I'll be posting my pictures more,
Okay.
also poetry more, and just, you know, uh, shelling out my like old projects so that I can work on and move into my new projects. And
Mm-hmm.
so I will be announcing those as I go. But yes, there's those are the main things. I have other things, but I don't want to like announce them too soon or anything. But
Okay.
yeah.
And tell everybody what your screen name is or how to follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at _the artist DAARTIST. And if I'm still working on my my Facebook follow page.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my main is my Instagram.
Okay. So yeah, I appreciate you again, Allison. That was wonderful. Definitely putting pressure on everybody in this contest for sure that's following. So, I'm gonna keep supporting you and everything like that. But we will be in touch, and I appreciate you.
You too. It was a
All
pleasure.
right. All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
So that was Allison, everybody. We still got like 5 or 6 more poets coming up today. I don't even know what to say. It's gonna be tough for the judges. We only like 3 poets in, and I already know it's gonna be tough because I know the other poets coming up. They not going. They ready to perform. They ready to get this, and it's a lot at stake. $250 for first, 150 for second, 50 for third. So everybody going for it. So this competition getting heavy, and we here for all of it. AaronRThePoet, now you know it. We're back. AaronRThePoet, Poetically Correct Contest, Summer Edition. So we've had, I think, 3 poets already. We do have some changes in schedule. One of the poets, Arsen, she lost her voice on us, so she's going to hopefully go tomorrow. And Yvette is coming back from performing in like Europe or something. So we're going to have her come back tomorrow too. So apologies for those that were looking forward to seeing those two, but we're going to make sure that we get them tomorrow. So don't worry about it. We still got plenty more poets. I think we got like 4 more today. So Stars Pen is coming up next. And we just going to keep this show rolling. If you missed anybody's poetry, you can always look at youtube.com/AaronRThePoet and keep following. So everybody, appreciate everything that y'all are doing to continuously support the Poetically Correct movement. Let me see if I can get Stars Pen in here. All right. This will work. We should be good to go. Hey, how are you?
Can't complain. How you doing?
Good. Stars Pen is in the building. So excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining the Poetically Correct contest.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Tell us a little bit, I guess, about you, where you're from, how you got into poetry.
Well, I am Star. My name is Radia, and I'm originally from New York, Brooklyn.
Okay.
But I live in North Carolina now. So yeah, I got to represent Brooklyn. I live in North Carolina now, but I actually started writing a long time ago. I started with books. So I have 2 books that I wrote, and I just kind of dabbled in little short stuff and kind of putting messages out there and stuff I thought people might want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Scared to say, it's okay to say those things sometimes.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I started playing around with my pen a little bit more, and I kind of like it. It's fun.
yeah. That's awesome. So, what poem are you going to do for us today? And I guess what made you decide to write it? Tell us a little bit about it before you get into it.
Well, I originally was gonna do Home of the Brave. I think I'm probably gonna stick with that one, but I had another one that was a little shorter. I didn't want to take up because that one is like 6 minutes, so
Okay.
I didn't want to take up all the time. But that one is a message. So that was written. Actually, my daughter was doing. She plays the flute, so they were
Mm-hmm.
doing a class, and the teacher was prompting them to play the Star Spangled Banner. And I was just feeling some type of way because I felt like, maybe can we play Lift Every Voice and Sing, or, can we play some Tupac or something
Yeah,
else?
yeah, yeah.
And we have to continuously play the Star Spangled Banner. That one was not written for us and it was totally against us. So
Mm-hmm.
I just was feeling some type of way, and I just sat there and I just wrote that off the top of my head. And then I had a friend that was listening to it, and he was like, yo, we should put a beat behind this. So shout out to KG. We should put a beat behind this and, see how it sounds. And that's what we did. And I'm having some fun with it now. So.
All right, cool. So yeah, we got plenty of time. So
Oh, God.
yeah, the floor is yours whenever you're ready. I'm all ears.
Okay, cool. Okay, well, since we got some time, I'm going to read one that I just recently wrote, and it'll tell you a little bit more about Star's Pen.
Okay.
They took me for granted, deep-seated roots they planted. I had a point to prove, so I demanded more of me, subtle, sexy, but oh so viciously. One day I would spit fire fundamentally, top of the line, you see. There's a truth-filled method to ripping you apart lyrically. I can keep it classy, respectfully sassy, but if you move wrong, it could get a little nasty. I won't be able to let you get past me. You may end up in a gutter, strangled with used up rubbers. I know that's nasty, but I won't be able to let you get past me. See, I started out like a sheep, a little timid, a little sweet, a little too sweet. Then I heard a little meek. I heard him speak. He said, Star, this shit ain't for the weak. Nobody wants to lose. We just trying to make it through. That's when somehow I knew what I could make this pen do. I can make you think you're all over the globe, naked, clothed, pussy on swole. I love to take you where only the bowl will go. Submissive, alpha type queen. You think you know me, but real talk, this is one that you've never seen. She fills her bag with knowledge, an intelligent queen, never green with envy, just steam. She has foreseen greatness at its best. Survival, longevity, that's the test. Can you stand the rain? See, I got tired of the forms of pain coming in every form. So I said to myself, bitch, you are the storm. Make it rain, pen to brain, leave an undeniable lyrical stain. Always remain tucked away in their soul's subconscious membrane, stuck like a blood to a vein. That's just a little bit of Star's Pain. So
I like that. Yeah. Snaps and claps and all of that for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so now we're going to get into the other one. This one is long-winded, but this one is really close to my heart. So I hope you guys feel this one with me. Maybe I should play the music. Well, no, we're just going to do it. No music. Just do it. God made us in his likeness, they told us. Till we all realized one day that Jesus was kind of brown like Rose on that bus. Your perilous fight, the ramparts you watching, fuck you and your stolen blood-stained cotton. Land of the free? Seriously? More like the land you yourself arrived on mysteriously. All of a sudden walking around here like you supposed to be in charge of me. Creating an atmosphere where only the wicked seem to be free. Home of the brave, where you consistently attempt to usher me to my grave. Land of the free, you say, the one built on the back of a slave. See, Francis Scott Key, he even had an idea of what you thought we'd forever be. He even wrote this fucked up song dehumanizing me. So make your flag bleed, I say. I'd rather be on my feet today, armed in the streets today, protecting mine from harm by all means necessary. Like Malcolm and Huey. They was with the shits in their day, so I'd rather be in the trenches at war every day than like George Floyd under Derek's knee that way. Breonna didn't even get a say. Tamir and Trayvon wouldn't even see their 18th birthdays, but you say land of the free, yet you can't even look at me. Home of the brave, you've yet to see that day. Oh, say, can you see? Yeah, I see you too small to see me. I see you too afraid to treat me with the respect derived from my royal history. See, dawn's early light was my ancestors' greatest plight, wishing and praying they just died through the night. Hell of a sacrifice to want to take your own life just to avoid a fight. Dawn felt like doom to us. Dawn felt like doom to us, picking cotton with Massa behind us, steady trying to bust. Dumping his trash all over my ancestors' asses. Oh, so sadly they wailed at the everlasting beatings, the stained blood's red glare. My brother's dead bodies bursting and swinging like your misrepresented ass flag through the air. It gave proof, all right, through every night. Your flag represents despair. Yet to this day, you dare to reject our stare. Don't look you in your eyes. The fuck you mean? Well, it's no surprise you fear going toe-to-toe with us kings and queens. It was the mirror to your soul. That's what you wanted hidden from me. Don't look you in your eyes. Because you know what I'll see? The truth. Staring through it, threaten you. Why are you so afraid of me? Oh, say, can you see? That star for visibility, the one my father shined across the sea for a brighter journey, to guide my brothers and sisters through those haunting nights. It was a beacon in assisting them in taking flight, some like Moses, when the water rode up on both sides. He was lending soldiers for the fight. So here's to them Harriets, Corettas, and Lewises, putting in work many a nights. Oh, the road that they paved. So damn your fucking banner that yet waves. Land of the free? Just sounds like bullshit, you see. More like the land that hates me. My sexy brown, my royalty, my truth, embedded from the souls of those that rose then dozed before me. Well, we are the fucking brave. Hundreds of years of this shit. So now we wave your right to our thrones. Why don't you take your ass home? Land of the what? Wanna fight me? Land of the free, 'cause I'm taking a knee. Well, I'll stand on the fact that you'll never own me. Shout out to Generation Z for willingly accepting the Mini 14 baton from me. Land of the free. Well, you can lie to yourself about times being changed, but inevitably, when my ancestors' spirits finally raise, yeah, they here. It's just dust in them graves. It's going to be hell to pay. And that stare that you feared, us looking you in your face, when my soldiers take place, they'll look you dead in your eyes, and I'll just smile as I watch you choke on your own demise and be laid to rest on that same banner, the one y'all like waving and shit. You know, the one that bleeds when it reads, we own slaves. So today, I pledge allegiance to our past. Fuck these United States of oppression. And to your racist ass republic that prepared us for war, well, you were warned. Rest assured, this bullshit can't happen no more. Now, no, I don't necessarily mean that in the literal sense, but even you must admit that your reckless, inhumane ass behavior warrants our defense. One nation, where my neck's under a knee. You know, like the one Colin took to represent unity. Oh, but we free. Sounds more like divisibility to me. We don't get liberty. We get hung from trees. We don't get justice. We get bullets while we dream. So to hell with your allegiance. We welcome the amended fight. We demand you honor those words you so boldly dare to write. For action you call, A45. Don't just stand by. You and your boys stand tall. We dare you to submit to our God-given right to your misguided, misconstrued bullshit ass lie about liberty and justice for all. Well, let's see. We'll be by the mountainside. Let freedom ring.
Oh my goodness gracious. That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was great.
Thank you.
Fan it down. It's hot in here.
Gosh.
That was great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you were definitely talking to him on that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was mad when I wrote this. I was like, I don't like that song.
Did your what did you say, your daughter's teacher? She ever hear that?
No, not yet. Not yet. But I will definitely shout out Miss Waters, because you are the inspiration
For that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was wonderful, Stars Pen. Thank you for gifting us with that. So I guess tell everybody else too, what else you have going on in the future, poetry wise or anything, and how can people find you to stay in contact with you?
Well, honestly, I'm just getting my feet wet with the performing and, putting, my lyrics actually out there, because I like to write deep stuff, so they're not always wanted everywhere. And it's kind of tough. So I really don't mind that as long as the message gets out. And I kind of do everything. So this is my book, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's my first book, Wet. So I just kind of want people to know that she can do everything. This is an erotic novel. And that's not all I know how to do. It's like write nasty stuff. So I write pretty much anything, and I'm working on a ghostwriting project now. So I do yoga. I'm a yoga instructor. I have a domestic violence support group. If you just Google Stars Pen, all of my business will pop up.
Okay.
So that's the easiest way to find me.
And it's with the Z, right? Stars with the Z, STARZ.
Yep, STARZPEN, one word, and everything will pop up. You can find my books on Amazon. And I'm looking to do some ghostwriting projects. I have a lot of writing that I wrote songs, and I got some Tupac stuff that I'm a Tupac fan. I know I didn't say this.
Same here. So
yeah. So I've written some really hardcore stuff like that, but I don't rap. So plug to whoever needs.
Plug to the rappers out there, right? You need some lyrics. Stars Pen is the connect here.
Yeah, I hope so. So that's what I'm looking to kind of get into, just putting my voice out there through anybody. I don't care who does it, just get it out there. Because I don't sing and I don't rap. I like to tell stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you did a great one too. That was a tough one. I really enjoyed that. So thank you so much for your poem and your performance and being here and participating. And I definitely will stay in tune with you and continue to support all your upcoming projects and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Definitely. Same here. Connections made.
Yep. That's right. All right. I appreciate it. So I'll be in touch with you and you enjoy the rest of your day and weekend. All right.
Absolutely. You guys go do some yoga. Get that body right.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Listen to Stars Pen, y'all. Listen to her.
Yep. Follow me.
Yep. All right. So I'll be back with another poet later on today. Appreciate everybody for tuning in and continually to support this Poetically Correct Contest Summer Edition. So I'll see y'all. Can I get a small nope. Hey, Poetically Correct Contest is back. I want to appreciate all of y'all for your ongoing support. Where's my, I got to have some music to start us off with. And y'all can find all of these things I'm playing in the background on youtube.com/AaronRThePoet. We have Miss Cayenne coming up next. I'm excited to have her. So we're going to keep this rolling. This is about to be the quick hour of poets back to back to back. We got one at 5 right now, one at 5:30, one at 6, one at 6:30. So this is just going to be wonderful. I'm super excited to have everybody here. I'm super excited for y'all to be continuing to support. So Miss Cayenne.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Great. It's so exciting to have you here today. I'm looking forward to this. So thank you so much for being a part of this competition and joining us today.
Awesome.
So tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, how you got into poetry, things of that nature.
Sure. I'm originally from Queens, New York. I've not been there and lived there in years, but I will always claim New York as my home. My maternal side of my family is from Brooklyn. And so I'll always claim them as home, even if they don't claim me. I'll claim them as home. And right. Well, I've lived in several places, but currently I have settled in the District of Columbia, so I'm right here in the nation's capital.
Yep.
And I've been writing poetry, and I've had a love affair with poetry for quite some time. My initiation to poetry was probably from my mother, who was a creative writer, and she introduced me to the concept of words and how to use words in a way. It's one thing to say, oh, I'm going to the store, but there's another way to say that same thing in a flowery or poetic way. And so she began to
Yes.
introduce me to words in that way. So I began to appreciate words early. But I used to live in the Midwest, and in the Midwest during that time, it's been a while, in elementary school, they really, really, really promoted the arts. So creative writing, painting, music, it was infused in the curriculum, like everything. Science class, you may be writing a poem in science class, you know, when I was in 4th and 5th grade. And so the city, Omaha, Nebraska is where I used to live for a short stint. The city had a citywide magazine from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade that teachers would submit their students' work, writing short stories. Even the music teachers would submit the score for an original piece of a student, paintings and things from an art class. And you didn't know that they were submitting it, but they were submitted, and if it got selected, you could be published in a citywide magazine. And so my first published poem was in the 2nd grade.
That's amazing. So it was like one of those things where it was almost like destined for you to be like a poet. Yeah. 2nd grade. Definitely. That's great.
Yeah, awesome. It's been a journey. And then and that was just the beginnings, but actually, as people get to know and I'll share my information later, the reason why I write has always been, ultimately has been a way, I think someone mentioned it before, an outlet, and I use writing as a healing tool. And so early, even though 2nd grade when I started, not too long after that, it shifted for me as a survival mechanism. I had a lot of loss in my young days. My mother, father, brother had a lot of loss. And so I use writing, creative writing, poetry, journaling to help me process that. And I've kind of made that my life's work, using writing, creative writing, poetry to help me and help others process and unto a place of healing.
Yeah, and I'm with you on that. And yeah, you're right. Somebody did mention that earlier, and I think that's something the majority of us as writers can relate to, for sure.
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
So speaking of writing and performing, what poem do you want to share with us today? And I guess tell us a little bit about how you came up with it.
Sure. I'm going to share a piece called Dear You. Dear You. And every now and again, I guess writers can relate to this. Sometimes you craft a poem because you are inspired by something that happens or that you heard, and you take your skill set that you've garnered over time and you put it into writing something, crafting something. And then other times you're really just a conduit. You're really just a vessel for whatever, and for me as a believer, whatever God has to say, he's going to use, and I'll be a vessel for him. And so I'll be honest, as much as I love this poem, I wrote it, I was the hand that wrote it, but it was inspired, I think, by being a vessel in this moment. And it became a message for me, even though I was writing, it was a message for me at the time in my life. I needed to be reminded of some things. And so it's a letter. And I always say when I do this piece, I'm sure you'll be able to figure out who the author of the letter is, and hopefully we can be the recipients of the letter. Dear you. All right. Let's make sure I'm on the right page here. Dear you, you have no idea how strong you are. Your spine is made of flexi steel, agile, shock absorbing, never broken. I have never spoken of this strength before, not because it doesn't exist, but because you have always closed the door to disbelief. Your reality laden with grief, blinded by the insanity that your humanity was vanity. Life seemed to serve you up on styrofoam plates, warmed over leftovers and plastic cutlery. Fine china seemed imaginary, but tell me, what good is a fancy bowl if the contents is old? You have no idea how strong you are, how bold you are, how unlikely to fold you are. While others drop and break like those china plates, you bend and lean. And if at first you don't succeed, you try again, stand up again, and hope again. See, your strength is strong like God's light on a Sunday morning. Incredibly, you keep rising like God's light on a Sunday morning. You have no idea how strong you are. Your legs are made of titanium, bionic like an alien, corrosion resistant, fully competent to stand, even when you don't understand.
Come on.
Don't you get it? I'm your biggest fan, not in an infatuated kind of way, but in everything God made was good kind of way. See, it pains me every time you question your tenacity. The audacity of your doubt renails me to a cross of limitation. When will you walk out the liberation that I bled out for you in my crucifixion? When will you wear the victory that I gave you in my resurrection? When will you learn that I am a mathematician? Your weakness plus my strength equals perfection. Stop saying you can't do the math, because I'm the teacher, the tutor, and the equation. Everything you need, you have, if you would just grasp. Stop bowing in obeisance to social media's meritocracy, or better yet, bend your knee at Calvary. Has anyone ever told you how strong you are? Has anyone ever told you how strong you are, that your spirit is irrepressible and your wins are non-refundable? Has anyone ever told you that your heart is made of unbreakable feathers, and though it weathers nearly unbearable measures, it keeps thumping and pumping and beating the charges held against it? I know that what I'm saying is true, because baby, I made you. I made you with the imported metal from the invisible kettle that the Big Dipper rested on. I made you from the periodic table's finest, creating elements just for you, defying gravity and nature too. So when I tell you that your strength is strong, don't dismiss me and tell me I'm wrong. Better yet, stand up in this truth and say it with me. I am strong. Thank you.
Oh my, I need to get like a button that I can just press and just throw out confetti and applause and everything. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
I'm sorry too, and I gotta apologize to people, my facial expression and all that. I hope that don't throw you off, but that was awesome. Goodness gracious. That was amazing. That was amazing. So what's next for you? How can people find you? You know, tell everybody, you know, how they can continue to follow or support you.
Sure. I'm located, thank you. I'm located on all the all the major ones like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Cayenne Inc. And Cayenne is spelled K-I-A-N-E-I-N-K, like ink. It's just like Diane with a K and I-N-K, Inc. Cayenne Inc. Facebook is Cayenne Inc. Healing in the Pen, or you can just put Cayenne Inc. It'll show up. You can find me on Instagram, Cayenne Inc. As well. And Cayenne Inc. is the name of my poetry business. I use poetry, spoken word, poetic products. You can't really see it. My shirt is an original shirt that has an excerpt of one of my poems.
What's it say?
It says, I don't see if I can reach back. Hold up. I don't know. I got reach, stretch, seize. Okay, that's how you make dreams tangible things. And that's a piece of one of my poems. So Cayenne Inc. sells those kind of products. And so you can find me there, CayenneInc.com. If you can't remember the website, it's CayenneInc.com. You can go there. But I also have a nonprofit called The Inkwell, and you can also find those on the social media outlets, The Inkwell, the Inkwell Project, one word. And The Inkwell it's the concept that I just mentioned, right? Using creative writing and guided reflection as a way to help people become more aware, heal, and to have self-love. So you can look up any of those places on social media and find me there.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Miss Cayenne, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Love this platform. Appreciate you.
Thank you. So I'll definitely be in touch and want to continue to support you as well. So I will be in touch with you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Everybody who just saw that, y'all were definitely in for a treat. Man, so we got like a 15-minute break. Then we got some more people. We reaching, I guess, the peak hours now where it's gonna be back to back. So y'all are definitely in for a treat. YouTube.com/AaronRThePoet. I am AaronRThePoet. If you didn't. Summer Poetically Correct contest is back. Summer edition, not Summer Madness. And that's BMG, by the way. So we're continuing to go on. We had the tough hours now where we got poets coming back to back to back. We've had like 4 poets already that's been fire. You know, this whole summer edition has been perfect because it's been hot in here. I need to get anybody want to be an assistant to bring me some water out here. You know, feel free to DM me. You know, we need to get that popping because these poets, I tell you. But coming to the stage next, or the virtual stage, is going to be my man Tony. So as soon as we get him in here, we just going to keep this thing going on. I appreciate everybody's support. I know y'all heard me say that tons of times, but I just can't thank y'all enough because without y'all, we wouldn't even have this opportunity or this platform. So while we wait for my man to get in here, y'all can just vibe out to Boy Meets Girl. Full video on youtube.com/AaronRThePoet. And that's where we're going to have everything else too. Everybody's performance going to be posted on there. Stay tuned. I'm excited. I've been excited all day. I probably won't even sleep tonight. Just thinking about everything. Tony's in the building now.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
What's up, man? Did it let you join on the laptop?
No, that didn't come up.
You had to get the phone.
It's all good.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so Tony, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you from, how you got involved in poetry.
Well, I'm from Washington, D.C., born and raised. Actually, when I was young, my passion was drawing and writing. That's what I was doing. I was drawing and coloring T-shirts for the neighborhood. My first little small business, selling T-shirts. And then I didn't find my passion for writing until I got into high school. And I joined this poetry contest. And actually, you know, I wasn't doing poetry like that. You know, before then I did a little bit of poetry. But then when I did write this poetry, I actually won, but I actually lost at the same time because the instruction was to write the poem in pencil and print. And I wrote it in cursive and ink. So I lost that, but
oh my goodness! So a technicality,
and it just became my passion, right?
Yeah. And I know, and you still doing stuff with like poetry and music and all of that stuff too, right?
Right, absolutely. I got a group called Snow, S-N-O, which is short for something new and old. So we got a poetry group where we actually take poems. Where I got it's 4 more members in the group. Master Ashep, which is I believe he coming on after me. Yep. Mother Love, and the DJ guy, Brother JR. So all 4 of the mic people, they do poems. So we take a lot of our poetry and we turn it into music, and then we write original stuff. We do old stuff, we do new stuff. We like younger people to come with the group, older people. So it's just diverse.
Yeah. And I'm excited to have you a part of this because, you know, like we talked about a little bit privately, you know, I know you definitely one of the people that's really passionate about poetry, and I definitely appreciate you supporting me and sharing all of my stuff. And you know, your vast networking is definitely appreciated. So what poem you have for us tonight or today?
Well, I'm gonna do 2 poems, 2 pieces. My first poem is called 12 Jurors of My Peers.
Okay.
How I came up with that poem, I was summoned for jury duty. And during the recess, during the jury duty, you know, I got a little anxiety, so I tried to find my little quiet place. So I went all the way downstairs, and I was just sitting on this bench by myself. And it just came to mind because he was a young guy, had a gun charge. And then I'm thinking about the past and, you know what I'm saying, how the police do. And then thinking about how the young dudes do, you know what I'm saying, and just trying to make the right decision if I do get on the case. So I just started writing it in my mind, and I put it in my phone. And then a few days later, it just came to life.
All right. So whenever you're ready, I'm all ears.
12 jurors of my peers. It was on a Monday back in 2004. I was being judged by 12 jurors of my peers. And on that day, I was shook to the core, facing my biggest fears. Trying to remain the tough guy, I held back many tears. But the tears continued to fill up on the inside, almost drowned in despair. Losing all hope, I got to the point where I just didn't care. Got up that Monday morning, didn't even brush my hair. I put on my favorite brown chucks, but I didn't care what I would wear. I didn't think my appearance mattered. I knew I wouldn't be treated fair. Third arrest on my record. My life was in need of repair. A paid lawyer I could not afford. So I was disappointed. So I was appointed one instead. They found an ounce of weed and an ounce of crack in the trunk of my Honda Accord. I was facing a lot of years. Felt like I was locked up abroad. My chances of freedom was up in the air. Deliberation time is near. Desperation time is here. My freedom was on the line, while 12 jurors of my peers met in private to thoughtfully weigh the options after listening to both sides argue their case and after viewing evidence that wasn't made clear. I pray they care enough to share the facts as they appear. This decision can affect my family and also my career. 3 blacks, 1 Asian, and 8 white jurors walked back through the door. As they took their seats, one remaining standing on the floor. He looked at me with a smirk on his face, and at that time, I knew I was done for sure. I was extremely nervous. My heart beat mo and mo. I was wearing my favorite brown chucks, thinking, should I run, Joe? Momentarily drifting off in thought, I hear the words of my brother Mo. He said, even though you got caught, at least they didn't find the gun, yo. I replied, yeah, I know. But don't you forget, you gave me the guns and drugs to hold, Mo. He replied, hold up, though. That's what brothers are for. Stop acting like a hoe. I will meet you in court, but first I got to stop at the store. That store must have been in El Salvador, because my brother never showed. When my best friend was there, his name was Mike Wright. That morning he told me to walk by faith and not by sight. So I gave it all to God, made him the center of my life. The one juror standing read the verdict over the mic. When he said, we the jury find the defendant Joe not guilty, I knew my friend Mike Wright was right. I raised my hand to the sky and praised God with all my might. He will never forsake you. His mercy and grace will always prevail. Years after that trial, I received a jury summons in the mail. I went from being judged by 12 jurors of my peers to being one of 12 jurors who will meet in private to thoughtfully weigh the options after listening to both sides argue the case and after viewing evidence that I hope it is made clear. I pray we all care enough to share the facts as they appear. This decision can affect this young man's family and his career. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I really didn't want to do this. What if he was guilty and I let him go only because of the way the police treated me back in 2004? I've even heard stories of jurors voting guilty just because they were ready to go. I've even heard of some voting guilty because the defendant was black. Just remember, you reap what you sow. Even after the evidence proved he was innocent, I felt some jurors were biased. So how will we end this? 3 blacks, 1 Asian, and 3 white jurors walked back through the door. They all took their seats and left me standing on the floor. I read the verdict. The votes were uneven after the evidence of innocence was shown. Me and the Asian guy voted not guilty, and the other 10 were blown. They would rather send an innocent man to jail just because they was ready to go home. So back in the deliberation room we all go. I can sure use a hot dinner and a shower. 1 black man and 1 Asian man stood back to back like they did in the movie Rush Hour. We consider the other 10 jurors as our public enemy, so we continue to fight the power. I had more interest in this case than Sally Mae did in student loans. After hours and hours of debate, we were in there longer than this poem. Me and my now new Asian friend stood our ground, held our own, and weathered the storm. We wasn't going to stand for no injustice in any way, shape, or form. I got to the point where I was just upset, fed up with all the foolishness. It was all insanity. So I stood up and raised my voice and said, I'm tired of all the calamity. We've all examined the evidence. This young man should be set free. So they all huddled up, soaked in their vanity. Finally, we all agreed to send the young man home so he can be with his family. But wait, I'm not done. It was a victory. This day was a victory. Both for me and the young man had won. The young man that was charged with carrying an unauthorized gun, he beat his case, favored me in the face. And later I found out this young man was my son. Thank you.
Yeah.
And dig deep for that one.
Yeah, the end of that, I like that. That's one of the ones I'm gonna have to listen to that one again, especially at the end. You threw you threw the wrench in there. You said that's all true story.
Nah, this was it wasn't. Well, actually, you know, I had my days, trouble days, and then I was on jury with the guy. So then I decided to put it all together.
Yeah. That was good, Tony. I appreciate that, man. Yeah. So that's the only one you want to share?
Yeah, I got one more. This one is called Unfriendly Fire.
Okay.
You know how in the military, friendly fire is when a soldier, I guess, accidentally shoots his own soldier. So this one is about unfriendly fire, brutality on Black people. So this actually was a poem that I wrote. Me and my group, poetry song group, actually converted it into a song. So today I'm going to convert it back into a poem and just read it for you.
Okay.
Unfriendly Fire.
All right.
Family day with his twins, fun at the park. Picnic blanket with piece of pie and drinks all from their favorite spot. He noticed the time as he looked down at his watch. So he dropped his kids at home around 8 o'clock as it was getting dark. Right before the stop, his girl Shelly hit his celly from the neighborhood deli. Then she asked him if he ate already. He replied, thanks, babe, but I had peace and a piece of pie, my son Makai, my daughter Michelle, now I'm en route. I'm near my sister's house about to hit the roundabout. I miss you, boo. How about we meet up at our favorite spot? She replied, I miss you too. Be safe. He replied, without a doubt, I got to go now. Police behind me. Wonder what this is all about. Unfriendly fire. They got our names on their bullets. Unfriendly fire, angry trigger, finger pulled it. Listening to Childish Gambino, this is America. Lights beaming, sirens screaming is getting scarier. They'd rather see our blood shed, the more the merrier. From the church and family courier to your grave and then they bury you. Unfriendly fire. They got our names on their bullets. Unfriendly fire, angry trigger, finger pulled it. A block away from Exxon, they ordered him to stop. Cops jumped out, guns drawn, pulled over and popped. He had to be smart. Didn't want to get shot. So he pulled over real slow in a busy gas station parking lot. Police yelled, license and registration. This is getting bizarre. Racial discrimination. They surrounding his car. Hey, Mr. Officer, this is going too far. I really hope you're not trying to put me in my coffin, sir. I did what you asked me to do, and I pulled over and stopped. But I'm curious, this is probably called for the stop. Police officer replied, the one you're driving this beautiful Bentley while black, but we'll just say your window tints are too dark. And he replied, window tints, now y'all tripping. See, my windows are clear, son. Police officer, here's a hint. You won't have windows when we're done. Better yet, you sell a single cigarette. We'll call every cop in the city now with all hands on neck. I can't believe. Look, I'm not the one. Man, y'all need to stop. Every brief to the glove department with the key to get the lock. Police officer, look, you got a gun. Man, you better stop. They said, reach for the guns, and all you heard was loud chat. Block, 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 block. Bullet riddled his body to mend his car rock. Overkill like Emmett Till, then his vision went down. And without a chance to put his kids in the pocket with. Unfriendly fire. Got his name, they got our names on their bullets. Unfriendly fire. Angry trigger, finger pulled it. They said he had a gun, but we know that's a lie. Claimed he resisted arrest and that he failed to comply. The note spies on us always the mind and the rise of 725. No lies, we didn't lie.
Yeah, Tony, I like that, man. I like that one. I like that too.
Yeah, we tired of injustice. But we definitely also want to give the police that are doing the right thing the props. You know what I'm saying? We definitely appreciate them and their protection, but we tired.
Yeah.
You got to stop the grounds. You got to bring some peace. So that's how I do mine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
See that song? That's coming out soon too. I'm 75.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I'll be looking forward to that, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Appreciate that.
So tell everybody how they can find you or continue to follow and support you. What you got and what else you got going on for either you or Snow or whatever.
Well, you can follow me on Instagram at Tony Tony Peoples Peeples 13 on Facebook at Tony Peoples. I also got a Facebook Move Moment page. This is a
you got some merchandise, huh?
Yeah, I got a business that came out with called Move Moment.
Okay.
This company just expresses how you feeling for the people through the clothing. For this Move Moment apparel. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
nice.
That's basically on Instagram, Facebook, and on YouTube. It's Tony Peoples also.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, man. That was awesome.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. And you know that I'm going to continue to support you and be in touch with you. I know we talk a lot off of here and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
my man.
Yeah, so.
I definitely appreciate it. We hooked up.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll be in touch with you, my man.
Last shirt. I'm going to share this last shirt. This, a little humor for the females, throw the whole man away. Trash can. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate this.
Yeah.
I appreciate you inviting me. Thanks
no problem, man. All right, I'll be in touch with you.
Okay, peace.
That's Tony Peoples, everybody. So that was awesome.
I appreciate it.
So,
man.
yeah, we're going to take a little break. Then we're going to come right back with the next poet. Y'all keep on supporting the summer edition Poetically Correct contest. I'll see y'all in a bit.
Peace.
Poetically Correct contest summer edition continues. I got my man Jay Intangible Motivation coming up here soon. But I'm letting you all know AaronRThePoems.com, YouTube.com/AaronRThePoet. And you can find all of the people who performed today. I can't even believe we got a whole nother day tomorrow of poets coming up because it's just been so amazing. We having 20 poets that's competing for $150 for, well, I messed that up. $250 for first place, $150 for second place, $50 for third place. And the poets have just been going, wow, like the judges going to have a difficult time picking who the winner is for sure. So I'm going to try to get my man Jay in here and this thing rolling. There he is.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Jay, what's up, brother? How you doing?
It's going, man. How's everything with you, man?
Everything going well, man. I'm so excited to hear from you. I'm excited you in this competition. I know me and you been communicating like back and forth, but this is our first time kind of meeting each other officially. So I'm just excited for what you're gonna bring to the table. So tell everybody a little bit about you, where you from, kind of how you got into poetry.
Well, I'm a Texas boy, but currently in Massachusetts. No, man. So pretty much, I got into poetry. I love poetry ever since I was younger, man, and it was my way of, I think, expressing my feelings to women, to girls at the time, right? So I just felt like if I say something really sweet, something really nice, and center something, that was my way of getting into poetry, and I just fell in love because I felt like it was more of an expression, a way that you can express yourself and get what you really feel out. Maybe if you can't say it through your words, you're like, let me give you this letter.
Yeah. I'm laughing, man, because I know exactly what you're talking about.
So yeah, I mean, but poetry's always been my thing, man. I kind of pushed it to the side for a while, and then I just came back to it, and after a while, I just went kind of crazy. I think that right when you and I connected, and right now I'm over like 40-something poems right now. So
yeah.
So I mean, I've been really, trying to put these ideas to work,
And I know you talked about you were going to try to get a book going on, right? At some point.
Yeah, man. That's what I think you helped me. Actually, I reached out to you and you told me, gave me all the spill. So yeah, I'm looking into that as well, man, to try to And you said it don't have to be a specific number, but you know, I don't want it to be a short novel either.
Right, right. Yeah. I can dig that. So today, I guess tell us a little bit about I know you said you got 2 poems, right? So I guess the floor is yours. Tell us a little bit about them, what inspires you to write it, and then I'm gonna just be quiet and let you do your thing.
All right. So the world is hungry. So it's 2 poems. The world is hungry is both about the world, but the world is hungry was just something that, you know, me, I've traveled all over the world and I've seen hunger and starvation in the different countries, man. And I see how we see the different people in the street and they don't have food. And you have these franchises that aren't really having some sort of, and I could be wrong, but I mean, it's nothing that I see that they can just give these food away instead of just throwing it away. So for me, it's just hunger has always been something for me that's been a sensitive part. And I think I just put it out in the first poem, which you guys will hear, which is The World is Hungry. And then the second one is pretty much, it's called The World's Poem. So it's more of just a message to the world, you know, and I like to just kind of get things out, things that come in my mind, me being motivational, me being inspirational. I love to motivate people, help people, you know, when they're feeling down or they need some sort of love or some sort of help. That's me. That's what intangible motivation is. I know you introduced me as Jay Johnson, but intangible motivation is pretty much just something that I created to help inspire, motivate people when they need that love, when they need that energy, that juice, man, when they're not feeling like getting up for the day, or, you know, I'm a big advocate suicide prevention, man. You know, I lost a lot of friends. And so what I do is I'd rather you come to me, or if I can be that light in the darkness on your timeline, on any social media in any form, I'm giving you something intangible. So that's why intangible motivation, I'm giving you something that can't be touched. So, I mean, either you can understand it and try to absorb it, I mean, or not, you know, but I'm there to just try to help the best way I can. I'm not trying to hurt nobody, you know.
That's real, man. Yeah, for sure. All right, well, do your thing.
All right, so the world is hungry. Let's go. All right. My life mission is driven by my ambition to provide nutrition and proper prescription to every soul that is living. This is the life and the world that we were given. The end of world hunger won't see fruition until we have the right conviction and make the right decision to stock every kitchen. I know that I'm wishing, but this is how I envision to end this affliction. Please just listen. Women and children are dying of starvation. So I feel the obligation to help our nation move past this stagnation through realization and determination. I observe our very people in the street without nothing to eat or even shoes on their feet. Let's go back in time, and it's probably before mine. Food is derived from the German word fajan, which means to feed. Shall we proceed? And meal meant time rooted from the word melee that the Vikings used back in the day. And hey, I probably didn't say any of these words the right way, but I'm just trying to display the meaning of the words that we use today. Anyway, starvation still exists like it's immortal, but it's immoral to continue this vicious circle. Think of the innocent children and think of the elderly that can barely see. Are you hearing me? But despairingly, there's no popularity and charity for food scarcity. McDonald's and other franchises are just throwing away food instead of giving it away. And that's not the way. So let's not downplay the dismay. Most millionaires and billionaires aren't worried about, they're worried about their shares and other affairs because this problem isn't theirs. And the politicians would only use their position, only certain conditions to only feed their commission instead of signing a petition that would stop this attrition. This is my disposition according to the position of my vision. Therefore, we can all make change when we give $1 or spare change. We can all participate or even create food drives that could help many to feed many lives so they could thrive. Ultimately, it's up to us to improve our reflection. This world doesn't need perfection, but it does require a connection if we intend to see forward progression in the right direction. So that's World is Hungry.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
How
that
you
was
feeling?
tight.
Like that?
Hey,
Yeah, I know I put a little energy into it because I get a
definitely.
little passion. You
That's
can tell where the
good,
passion
man,
is
for
at.
sure. Yeah. I like that a lot. All
All right. So this is the second one that I was talking about. It's the world's poem. And it's more like a message to everybody, more about love and just what we should do as a one world, one nation type of thing. So, all right. In the world, we're taught how to feel. Well, we're taught what is real and where it's ideal to reveal that it's okay to kill. In the world where if you think different, they will prescribe you a pill that allow you to conceal how you truly feel. There's no good and bad in this life. It exists only in your mind. And just like time, once we let go of the outer world, we become one with our conscious mind. It's pleasant to have present in the present. Only then would you become one with your God-like essence. There's no difference between you and me, but this world has taught us to think differently. In a world where bigotry and negativity has become our toxicity, we all have a responsibility and the capability to live consciously. Essentially, this is the key to set your mind free from hostility. Additionally, we should all live unconditionally and compassionately. This is how it has to be if we plan to live successfully as one world, one heart. If we all stand united, nothing can tear us apart. Let's learn to free ourselves from the thoughts that keep us in prison, free from the thoughts that distort our vision. I envision a world free from addiction and affliction, a world that is driven by ambition and not opposition. The cause is here, and we have to choose whether to continue the effect or stand erect with respect to protect others from feeling this effect. This aspect is the way to connect or disconnect with what you feel is neglect to what you feel respect and truly feel. We all need to heal from past traumas that we continue to conceal. Work on your inner purpose before your outer purpose, because this is the service we need on this earth's surface. That was it, man. That was me.
Man. Oh, man. When I had the next contest, y'all remind me of this. I need like a button to press for like excitement or something, because I'm telling you, that was fire, Jay. That was really fire. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to hearing that back, man, because I know it's a lot of things you said in there, man. It's just...
Yeah, man, there was a few slip-ups on the end. I say on the second one, there's a few slip-ups on the end, but I mean, I smoothed them over a little bit.
I still ain't got an assistant for no water yet, man, but we got to, water the booth down, man. That was great, though. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so, man.
Tell everybody how they can find you, what you got coming up next.
So I say you guys can find me on Tangible Motivation. I'm on all social media platforms. I have a page, a group on Facebook, Twitter. I have a YouTube. And like I said, all of my videos are intended to inspire, motivate, help people when they're feeling bad, just not having those right thoughts, man. I'm always letting people know that I'm here, I'm around, they need me. Facebook and Tangible Motivation is where I'm at, where you can reach out to me. I'm just trying to share love and positivity in this world, man.
Yes. I appreciate that. So, I'm going to be in touch with you. I'm going to continue to support you. I'm glad we finally got this chance to meet face to face.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, appreciate that. You have a good rest of your weekend, and I'm going to definitely be in touch, all right?
All right, you too, man. Thank you for the opportunity, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Yep.
All right, so I think we got like one or two more tonight, and then that's going to be it until tomorrow. The Poetically Correct contest continues, the summer edition. I'm so excited. If y'all didn't know it, what's the shirt say? AaronRThePoet. Yeah, I done got fancy on y'all now, Anna. Yeah, the Poetically Correct contest summer edition. Tomorrow I'm wearing sunglasses on one of these lives for sure. But yep, the ambulance is coming because it's been on fire, or the fire department's coming because it's been on fire, not the ambulance. My mind is just gone right now because it's just been a crazy day. We done had so many fire poets coming on. So I think we had our last one today. And then tomorrow, due to some inconveniences or unfortunate circumstances, we're going to have two more poets tomorrow. So I think tomorrow we're going to have like 13 people. So everybody who tuned in, I appreciate that. Continue to support me. Mirrored Thoughts, youtube.com/AaronRThePoet. So I'm going to bring in today, we got Master Shep. And once we get him in here, we're going to get this party started again. Let me see if I can get him in here. Yeah. Sophisticated AaronRThePoet today. There he go. Master Shep. What's going on? How you doing?
Oh, just fine, just fine. In fact, not doing, being.
Being. Yes, yeah. I love it. Being. So,
yes,
you know, we already kind of had a little heads up on you because I know your partner Tony is in this too.
Right.
You know, so tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, you know, y'all's connection and things like that.
All right, cool. Well, for those who understand star seeds and things like that, from Sirius, star system. For those who not, you know, grew up in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know, that's why I came to Earth in Tuscaloosa, Alabama in 1972.
Okay.
And I've been in D.C. now for about over 20 years. Came in 91, so almost 30 years now, 90, something like that.
Yeah.
Washington area. And this is where everything kind of took off, you know, came up in the dirty down south, you know, things were a little bit, not slow, but just different, you know, as far as consciousness goes, even though it's picking up now because of the internet, things like that. But here in DC is where, you know, the insight came, the more poetry came out, things like that. So, you know.
Yeah. So how did you end up getting into poetry, and which poems you want to share with us tonight?
Poetry, well, been like, you know, in here as a musician, as an artist, you know, it's kind of been here, but it wasn't to get locked up when the pen hit the paper and it started coming on out. You know, had some time to really sit down and put the thoughts.
And write, yeah.
Right. And so, and from that point on, just been mostly expressing the new or different philosophy on reality, you know, that has come again, just studying different religions, studying different spirituality, different healing modalities, you know, understanding self, that kind of concept, you know, who we are as a people, first on with self as a people, that kind of thing. So with that understanding and going into that deep esoteric philosophy, you know, the poetry just kind of took its own life, you know, kind of gave birth to being poetically correct.
Yeah. I can dig it. I can dig that. All right. So yeah, go ahead and introduce your piece, or you know, the floor is yours. I'm all ears.
Okay, cool. So first piece is just who am I, right? Dig it. You won't know who I am from what you perceive. But if you listen when we speak, then you will receive a glimpse of who I am. And then you'll believe and have a life of peace because your soul is at ease. You see, my source is the essence which this world is conceived, which means that I was here before the birds and the bees. But now, if you haven't guessed, I am eternity. But now, if you have guessed and you've guessed correctly, it simply means we share the same destiny to realize we are the God and Trinity that is talked about in Christianity. Now, some will say that that's vanity or go as far as insanity. That's because they believe in Western theology. But as for we, you see, we choose ancient Kemetic philosophy. Not to say that's the only path to immortality. That's the path for we, this life, you see, as we devote our life to helping others be free, so they in turn can reach their full divinity. And this is done because of the he and I and the I and he. Peace.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. All right.
Okay, so the next one is actually because they're very short pieces. So the next combined, it's called "Life Is But a Dream," and they're going to flow into "Wrong Idea." So it's got one flow. So life is but a dream, wrong idea. All of our experiences in life are nothing more than a dream, but because of time and space, so real to us they seem. They are nothing more than an emanation from our mind. The only difference is we're dealing with space and with time. Although it sounds simple, this concept may be hard to grasp because with Western theology, that belief seems to clash. But if we are able to transcend that which is keeping us a slave, then come true salvation from life, death, and even the grave. Got the on computer here, so got to.
Yeah.
And how is this possible? Some of you may say. It's all a part of the mysteries that the saints of old would say. Mysticism is that which is hidden from plain view, but if you go deep within ourselves, then what was hidden will become plain truth. Like most people have the wrong idea about Jesus. They think his life mission is simply to relieve us of all of our miseries, heartaches, and pains. But with that type of thinking, we never will gain the truth of what it takes for us to reach our goal, which is to become perfect. Yes, every last soul. You see, some don't believe, and that's where the problem lies. They believe we're born imperfect, so imperfect we must die. But the real story of Jesus is what he came to teach. Greater things shall you do, and ye are gods, which means perfection is in our reach. But how is this possible? How is this such? You see, Western theology would keep us out of touch with the potential of man and who we're supposed to be, a God little g, and become a Christ like he. This is no secret or even a mystery. All we have to do is go beyond their history and search for truth ourselves. Otherwise, our lives will end up a living hell. But it's gonna take work, and work on ourselves is a must. It's our only way of obtaining perfection like our big brother, Jesus.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. I appreciated that. I really enjoyed that. So tell us how can people find you? How can they follow you? What you got to look forward to in the future? You know, what's going on in your world?
Well, the following can be soul healing. Either the website, SOL, which stands for Sunlight. SOLhealing.org is the website. IG and Facebook is Soul Healing ORG. Again, SOL Healing ORG, Facebook and Instagram. And so right now, again, Brother Tony was on earlier, and so we're collaborating now to put our spoken words to some music, you know, add more rhythm to it, you know, get you moving that body.
Yeah.
That thing, you know.
Don't hurt them.
Well, you know, hey, don't hurt yourself. Use how you want to use it. Yeah, he's one of the pieces, Unfriendly Fire, you know, that's hot because he got a whole emails in that joint and everything. So yeah,
I'm looking forward to that. Y'all gonna do a video for that too? I meant to ask him that. Like, I know I heard some snippets for it, but yeah, man, I can't wait for that because you're right. That is a good one. That's a real good one.
Right. So yeah, that's the main thing. Coming out with Snow, just collaborating all of our efforts, all of our talents together, you know, because together each, you know, together each achieve more. So, you know,
right.
Some different works. We all just collaborate, do our own pen and paper, and just put it to the music and just have a good time with it. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, I definitely appreciate, you know, you shining your light on us and, you know, you coming to this contest. That was an honor and a privilege to hear from you. So we're going to stay in touch for sure.
Cool. Solid. Yeah. Give thanks for the opportunity, you know, having the platform available, you know?
Yeah, no problem at all.
Right
so,
on.
So, everybody, appreciate y'all's ongoing support. The Poetically Correct contest will continue tomorrow, Sunday, August 22nd. We're going to have some more good poets. But as y'all see, they bringing it today. They bringing it. So, you know, y'all got to make sure that y'all ready. Y'all ready. So everything going to be uploaded on youtube.com/AaronRThePoet. I am AaronRThePoet, and now everybody know it. Peace.